Should be live. Desktop audio is working. My mic audio is working.
Ayo.
Okay. And then...
Okay. Okay, so go into our room.
I was not in the right room.
That was not the right room. Alright.
Hey guys, talk about being late. Party's about to start, you know.
Sorry. We got so caught up in sightseeing that we lost track of time. Plus, we also talked to all the mayors.
Huh. Well, aren't we well connected? We're close friends to the mayor of Roland. Plus, we've met the other mayors in the course of our travels. Ah, I see. I guess your work as bracers has caused you to meet quite a few big shots. You two sure get around for junior bracers.
Well, yeah, you might say that.
Have you done any bracer assignments since we came to Grancel? I guess it's not all that different in other countries, right?
Right. For a full-fledged bracer, nationality isn't an issue when it comes to your work. The prelim fights and legal procedures at the embassy kept me too busy to get any actual work done, though. But hey, there are 4 other bracers on duty too, which isn't so bad. Normally, that would be enough to handle most cases, I'd imagine. But with all of them concentrated in Grancel, that must make it tough to handle any cases in other regions. Yeah, could be.
I just feel like a goose walked over my grave. Wonder what's going on with Shira back in Roland.
Now, that name rings a bell. You wouldn't happen to be talking about Sherazard, would you?
Why are you fucking surprised? She has a nickname called the Silver Streak. Of course she's known. Fuck off.
Right.
You know her?
She's our mentor, and she's been a close friend for ages. Ah, okay. Makes sense. I met her a long time ago when a case brought her to Calvard. She was fortunate to have a good master working with her from such a young age.
Our dad.
Yeah, sure is.
Her master?
Yeah, probably Dad.
Please pardon me. The table for the dinner party has been set. May I show you the way?
Sure, I was getting bored with waiting anyhow. Alright, wanna go and eat fancy?
Sure. That might left me starving. Let's go dig in.
Come on, you two. It would be nice if you two didn't completely forget your table manners for once.
As far as I'm aware of, excuse you, you've not seen Mr. Bear eat. Still, I can't argue with, but like, come on now.
Well, yeah, this looks awkward.
This is a dinner party, right? What's with all the empty plates then? Plenty of knives and forks, though.
That's because it's a formal dinner. Everything comes out in a specific order, starting with hors d'oeuvres. Then you use the knives and forks from the outside in.
That's all part of having good table manners? Here comes the anxiety attack. It's really not so bad. It does mean that you have to have some of the finest food available. Manners and etiquette are secondary.
Indeed, indeed. I'm told that you're acquainted with everyone who will be attending. No need to get stressed out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, true.
Please don't encourage her.
On that note, is the judgment accompanying you going to be okay with a knife and fork? I'm told that folks from the East usually eat with chopsticks.
You've done your research. However, I'm a firm believer in the when in liberal, do as the librarians do policy. I'm I'm not especially skilled with them, but I will use a knife and fork.
My, how elegantly handled. I'm impressed. You're as much a gentleman as you are a martial arts champion.
Well, let's not go that far.
Yeah, no, he's at least a step above Olivier, who I am sad is not here, but also very glad is not here.
God, that would have went so poorly.
Speaking of, actually, I'm kind of curious about something real quick. So obviously, Duke Bitch is going to be at the head of the table, right?
Yeah.
So, I have a sneaking suspicion that empty place, even though it really should be for Olivier, is going to be filled by Richard.
I could see that. I could definitely see that happening.
Anyway, sorry, continue on.
You flatter me.
Boy, he really is a complete sucker for a pretty face.
I think he's more being polite than a lech, though. Anyway, his grace is really late. I wonder what he's up to.
Getting murdered.
Indeed. So if the seat at the head of the table is for the Duke, then who might the other one be for? Indeed.
Ooh!
Perhaps it is intended for Princess Claudia.
Oh, that's actually a good point. I didn't think about that one.
That is an option, yeah. Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. My humblest apologies for the long delay. Presenting His Grace, the Duke.
Oh, look, is that Richard I spy?
It is. Well then, I must apologize for making you wait so. I'm afraid that I was in a meeting from which I simply could not break away.
Oh, fuck off.
This gentleman is Colonel Richard, commanding officer of the Royal Intelligence Division. I've invited him here to thank him for his tireless efforts in helping to deal with the terrorist situation. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I was quite gratified to be invited to this occasion by our Honorable Duke. I ask that you pardon my uncouth soldier's uniform and allow me to sit with you.
Okay, honestly, your attire is far more formal than Estelle's. So.
Right?
And a lab coat. One of them was wearing a lab coat.
You've gotta be kidding. We're having dinner with him?
I suspected this might happen, but it's still unnerving.
Called it.
Yeah.
Like, I get it from, like, an actual, like, gameplay standpoint why they wouldn't just, like, put in, like, extra chairs, but also it really irks me as a detail level that they don't have a spare chair for someone that should have been there.
Well, I assume it's because he didn't check in when we came in, so... That's my guess.
Well, I meant for Olivier.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Is that because he did not check into the castle with us?
But still, I have a feeling Richard was always going to be there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Not to mention, like, the not extra bed and...
Well, the bed part is a definitely missed thing. The chair at the table, they would just maybe took the chair away when they realized he was not coming because we said he wasn't.
Well, there is still no place for the extra chair.
Well, I mean, there's the other end of the table.
You can't. You wouldn't place someone at the end of the table unless they were important.
Richard could have gone there.
I doubt Richard wants to be far away from the Duke.
Oh, I mean, yes.
My point is just minor details that I'm griping about. Continue on.
Excellent, excellent. What say you, Mayor Maybell? What do you think of Grancel Castle's master chef? Is his cooking not on par with that found in Bose's Aunt Rose restaurant?
Yes, it's quite remarkable. The wine selection also perfectly complements the meal. I almost want to try hiring him right away.
You're not the first to say such things. And what of you, Zen? Wasn't it? Zen, wasn't it? Is the food to your liking? Oh, it's excellent. I don't have the words to describe the sense of refinement and depth. I certainly believe I could develop a real taste for the Libralian cuisine, though. Good, good. I'm glad to hear it. And you, young bracers? I imagine you've never experienced such fine food in your life before.
no, he's right, but I really want to hit him so badly. Because I can just imagine the most condescending tone.
It's extremely delicious. Far more worthy of being associated with the royal family than the person who invited us.
Estelle.
I don't.
Estelle.
Indeed, it is a genuine treat.
He's a fucking dumbass.
It's certainly delicious food, and we couldn't miss a chance to attend so prestigious an event as this. Thank you very much for your gracious invitation.
Good save, Joshua. Good save.
Haha, very kind of you to say so. I do finally remember what my butler has been telling me about. We met before during the Ruan incident. Perhaps our fates are linked in some bizarre fashion. Man, if only you knew. Ah, man, yeah. They're linked alright. Yeah, they are.
Let's see, the Ruan incident, the little debacle at the guard station.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Maybe so. So he's forgotten all about us until his butler reminded him.
Come, let us put social classes and ranks aside for the evening. Food is abundant and the wine flows freely, so enjoy to your heart's content. Your Grace, if we could, I'd like to do as we discussed first. Also, can we talk about how Estelle and Joshua have orange juice?
I mean, I'm not really surprised.
Ah yes, that's a fine idea. Actually, I have something important to say to you fine folk who represent the kingdom.
Oh, God, no.
I use this celebration as the place to make an important announcement. An announcement? And what might that be? I believe I will allow Colonel Richard to explain in detail. Thank you. As you are no doubt already aware, Her Majesty has been in poor health of late. However, she has been recovering and may grace us with a public appearance soon. Ah, that's excellent news.
Could we possibly go and check in on her?
Unfortunately, she does not consider that to be a wise decision at the moment. Within a few days, it seems likely that the terrorists plaguing the kingdom will be swept away. In light of that, the Queen's birthday celebrations will be held as originally planned. Well, the citizens will surely be happy to hear this news as they have been looking forward to it. But surely that is not all you wish to tell us. Right. If that were all, you could have just sent along a message. Indeed, you are correct. Her Majesty is continuing to recover as was previously stated. However, given the gravity of her condition, she has also issued a proclamation. Due to her tenuous health, she has stated that she wishes to abdicate the throne and turn over royal authority to her nephew, Duke Dunan. What?
Is this true? Joshua, this is...
Yeah, the conspiracy finally makes its appearance. I was surprised when Her Majesty first broached the subject as well, but her illness has left her quite frail. But it is only natural. She has ruled the kingdom for 40 years, leading it through times of strife and war, all without a husband, might I add. Given that, I wish to relieve her of the stress of her duties following the festival's successful conclusion. As heir to the throne, the decisions are mine to make. How terrible. Is Her Majesty's condition truly that severe? I'm ashamed that I've never noticed any signs in any of my annual visits.
So it was brought up at poison. You wouldn't have.
Isn't this far too serious a matter to discuss at what is supposedly a casual dinner? Pardon my rudeness, but this all seems to stretch...
Wow.
Credulity?
Yeah, thank you.
Mayor Maybell, are you saying that you cannot take his grace at his word?
No, nothing of the sort. I simply mean that, as an elected official, I don't understand why the successor to the throne can't be elected in the same fashion.
That's true. If possible, I'd like to hear this directly from Her Majesty. Your unease is quite understandable, but we do ask that you try to maintain your composure and allow us to continue. As mentioned earlier, I believe Her Majesty will give a formal announcement herself during the festival. Could you be persuaded to shelve your doubts until then? Well... The issue is basically this. Once this becomes common knowledge, we cannot know how the citizens will react. Controller, what is your fucking problem?
Lol.
Like, I do
So-
not know why this controller is like so garbage.
We taking bets that the queen is being threatened with the safety of her granddaughter.
I think it's going to be something along those lines.
Because why else would they allow her to make a public appearance for this conspiracy thing, if not because she's being threatened?
Right. This is why we're telling the leaders first, to help stave off any chaos or public disorder before it happens. This was also the decision of His Grace. Well, yes, this is true. Also, the Queen's abdication of the throne will have international repercussions. So the nations on the continent will have their eyes on us, and we must be watchful for any action on the part of the Erebonians. Surely you can see why it is necessary to show unified support for the new king. This is the world in which we are going to be living.
Does it all sound so rational?
Yeah, he's quite the master manipulator. In other words, the official decree will be given during the birthday celebrations, but you thought it would be best to inform us first so that we can be prepared for any issues that may arise, correct? Haha, I'm glad to see that we have an understanding. If this all comes to pass, we're going to find ourselves quite busy.
Yes, and we'll have to announce it to the citizens.
I have a question. I believe that the Duke has a fair claim to the throne. However, is there not another who also has the same right of succession? Well... No doubt you're referring to Her Majesty's granddaughter, Princess Claudia. It is true that she and His Grace have an equal claim to the throne, but it would appear that Her Majesty did not choose her due to her tender age. And I must say I agree with her wisdom in this matter. I should hardly like to impose such responsibility upon a girl so young. Yes, absolutely. For the time being, I believe it would be best for Claudia to find a fine marriage prospect. Though it is strictly informal, there is already interest from the royal families of a number of other nations. Perhaps a royal wedding could take place as soon as this year.
Oh my.
I understand. If that happens, then we'll have 2 major events to celebrate. I honestly think she's a bit young for marriage. Excuse me, may I ask a question?
Zen?
I don't mind. Speak freely. Sorry to seem rude, but this doesn't sound like the kind of conversation you'd want outsiders hearing. Particularly a foreigner. So how come you're making this announcement now? That is solely because of the serendipitous turn of events that allowed Bracers to win the championship. We had wanted to inform the guild of this in advance as well. I've already discussed the idea with Her Majesty.
You lying sack of shit.
Right. Gotcha. I guess Liberal's military and Bracers are on just as good of terms as the stories say. That is because we lack the military strength of the Empire or the Republic. The harsh reality is that keeping close relations with each other is a must. In any event, do you now understand our intentions? Yeah, alright. We'll pass on what we've learned here to the guild then.
Zen, please tell me you're actually not that dumb.
Man, I've heard some pretty unbelievable conversations in my time, but that was something else. I mean, I'm a foreigner after all, so it's not that big of a deal for me. I bet that was huge news for you guys, though.
Of course course it was! I can't believe things have gotten this far already. Well, he did say 90% earlier.
Huh?
Never mind. But really, what a shame.
Alright, because Zin's not in on the whole entire conspiracy, is he?
He is not.
I kind of forget that. I forget that we're being secretive. And I get it, but I forget we're secretive.
Man, Zen really should be clued in, though, at this point.
Honestly, though, but then again, it's not like he can act. Not only because like the whole like bracers can't have direct interference with military type thing, but also he, as he said, he is a foreigner. He doesn't have any kind of say in what goes on in another country.
Yeah.
So like, I get why they're keeping him in the dark, because it really isn't his problem. But also, it sucks.
Yeah, it does.
That food was so amazing, and it practically melted in my mouth. Couldn't tell what the last flavor was, though.
Understandable enough. But anyway, did you want to go for a walk to work off some of that rich food, Estelle?
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I could go for a little bit of fresh air.
You just played tourist a little while ago, and now you want to take an after-dinner walk? I sure don't get it. Must be a local thing.
Can't tell if Zin's actually stupid or not.
I think you're exaggerating a little bit.
You haven't gone out to take in the sights? There's a lot of historic architecture around here, you know. If the mood hits me, I may still give it a shot. On the other hand, the kitchen may still have some food left over.
You've gotta be kidding. You're still hungry?
If you had a blade to my throat, my dying wish would be for some liquor and a snack.
Oh my god.
I might go and hunt up a bar or something in a little bit.
He and Shira would get along so well, I'm convinced.
Oh.
Okay, it says exit to the landing for plot. I don't know what the landing is. Ah, that's the landing.
Things have gotten serious. We really have to find a way to get in to see Her Majesty.
First things first, we go talk to the head maid Hilda like we promised. She probably knows a way for us to speak directly to the Queen.
Fine by me.
Alright. Good plot. Head downstairs to the maid room for plot.
I think this is the landing they were talking about. Oh, it's you.
What?
Ah, son of a bitch!
Yeah. Colonel Richard. Haha, Estelle and Joshua. This is our first opportunity to truly speak face to face, I believe. The last time we saw one another was right after Mayor Dalmore was arrested, wasn't it? I'm honestly surprised that you remember us.
Damn it, Joshua, you were the real MVP.
I realize that we exchanged few words, but you made quite an impression on me. My curiosity was piqued, so I did a bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised to learn that you were the children of Colonel Cassius.
How'd you find that out?
Please understand, I'm not trying to show off the Intelligence Division's capabilities. I'm greatly indebted to him from our time together in the army. Indeed, more than words can properly express. Might I persuade you to stay a while and talk? I've been hoping to speak with you two for quite some time now.
Huh? Pardon me, Colonel.
But don't you have a meeting with His Grace?
I don't mind being a bit late. Ah yes, if we're going to talk, why don't we use the lounge inside? I'll mix you up a couple of virgin cocktails.
I'll prepare them, sir.
No, that won't be necessary. I want you to go to His Grace and inform him that I'll be delayed.
Yes, sir.
Gulp.
Pardon me, then.
That
No.
was weird.
Yeah. Now then, shall we retire to the lounge? Please, follow me.
Joshua, what should we do?
I don't see where we have much choice but to follow him. We'll be a little late, but we can talk to the head maid later. Not if you get drugged.
Shit.
I met Cassius shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to a mobile unit that was under his command. And since that time, I've found myself in his debt again and again, both personally and professionally.
He did? And, what did you think of him at the time?
Put it simply, he was a hero. And a master swordsman to boot. No matter the scenario, he could find a way to handle any number of battlefronts in every direction. It wasn't just a matter of sheer tactics, he understood and could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without peer.
If I didn't know better, I'd say we were talking about two different people.
So, you were with our father during the 100 Days War? Yes, he was my CO. Even now, I can still vividly remember the excitement that filled me as we executed his plan that turned the war's tide. Anytime I get to talking about those days, time just runs away with me. But this much I can tell you. If Cassius Bright had not been part of the Royal Army, Liberl would now be part of the Erebonian Empire.
No way! That's kinda hard to believe.
Well, as a hero, he had a knack for doing unbelievable things. He left the army immediately after the war, declining even a medal from the Queen, so few know of his achievements. But inside the army, many soldiers still hold him up as a prime example of what a hero should be.
He never said one word about any of this to me.
Well, it's not really the kind of thing you tell your daughter about. It's not fair to criticize him for that.
Wait, whose side are you on? Besides, why doesn't any of this shock you like it shocks me? Did you already know about all this or something?
Well, I didn't know that he was Colonel Richard's superior officer. Vesta knew about vaguely.
Vaguely? You're an accomplice?
Hey, calm down. It's not like he told me any of it. I just figured out a lot of it. He told me he didn't feel it was something worth going out of his way to tell others about.
I just don't get it. When he comes back, he is so in trouble.
Please excuse us, we didn't mean to interrupt. No, seeing you like this is actually a bit of a relief. When I found out that your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him. But it seems that by leaving, he did what was best for himself after all. After losing his dear wife, maybe being with you was all that could help him recover.
Colonel Richard.
Now then, I thank you for taking the time to come here. I really can't keep the Duke waiting, so I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me.
Oh, alright.
Our apologies for making you so late. Not all, you both have told me the one thing I wanted most to know, and thus I have no regrets.
Huh?
How's that again? I'm sure we'll have a chance to speak again soon. Cassius might even be with us then, to share in the stories.
Okay, who is that man and what has he done with Colonel Richard?
What are you babbling about now?
It's just that it's weird to hear him talking about Dad that way. I wasn't expecting him to be so, well, nice.
True, he doesn't seem all that villainous anyway. Even so, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's got something up his sleeve. For now, we should probably put the issue of Dad aside.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And I hate to say it, but I think that he might have been playing nice just because he could get something out of it. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks that fooling a couple kids is as easy as could be.
Don't you think that's going a little too far?
Nope, not even a little bit. You might be right. Let me be the one who's mistrustful of others. You should just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right.
Huh?
Joshua, you angsty boy.
But just make sure you're prepared for anything. Don't let your guard down. I'd say Bersha's job is pretty much that, in fact.
Okay, I got it. I'll keep it in mind.
Thank you, Estelle.
Thank you? What the heck are you thanking me for? Anyway, we need to go back and see Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us.
Yeah, she should be in the maid quarters.
What did he gain from that that conversation?
So the only thing that he could have really gained is that either that the kids didn't know about his past, or wondering if they knew where he was. Because
maybe he was also trying to like figure out how much his kids meant to him, maybe?
or how much they knew about things further than local stuff or whatever. You know, there's a few things intelligence officer could try to gather up.
I don't know, that was... I hate that.
That was definitely strange.
But they weren't drugged. Theoretically.
Theoretically.
That's the...
Was it this one? Yeah.
Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you?
Sorry about that. We kinda got caught by Colonel Richard.
Did you now?
He had some things to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though.
I see. Ah, yes. That letter of introduction did mention that you were Mr. Cassius's children. I can understand that at least some of how Colonel Richard feels.
Oh! You know our dad too?
Everyone under the fucking sun does. He used to come here when he was working as General Morgan's aide-de-camp. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late Prince's, Her Majesty's son.
Late Prince?
Princess Claudia's father.
Yes. He was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. Would that he were still alive today. None of this would be happening.
Huh?
But lamenting what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Come in, Shia.
Oh, hey! Aren't you...
Shay, right?
Yes, thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle, Joshua. I'm told of your current predicament.
You won't find a more dependable child. Up to us whenever the castle.
Princess Claudia.
That shouldn't pose a problem.
Thank you. If you're ready, you should go change into your uniforms. The ribbons and the headpieces are tricky, so I'll dress them for you. What?
What do you mean?
Estelle is going to need to learn to dress as one of the maids in order to get into the royal keep. A little playing with the hair and you'll blend right in.
Oh, I get it.
Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. That should be ideal for sneaking in.
Huh. Me in a maid's outfit. I've been wanting to try it on one since we first met Lila. Cute, breezy, easy to move in. Well, if our uniforms weren't easy to move in, they'd make cleaning much more difficult. I thought so. Well, let's get this sucker on me.
Why so excited? I'm glad you're in high spirits, but you need to remember your manners in front of the queen. You won't have me to lean on this time.
Why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess during the play at a campus festival. Is there really that much of a difference between the fancy dress and the maid outfit?
That's different. It was a play. I can't appear before Her Majesty in women's clothes.
Oh, we'll be fine. It's not all that shameful or anything. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess.
Not this again. Cut the jokes, will you? Hilda, Shay, help me out here. Say something. Anyone?
I see. That shouldn't pose a problem. Shay, don't you have an extra hairpiece designed for the princess?
Yes, it's never been used though. He has the full dark hair, so it'd probably look good on him.
Hey, hold on a second.
Well, it looks like a 3-to-1 vote. Majority rules. And this way, please. We can use this as a changing room.
Wait a minute, I don't ever remember agreeing to changing. Alright, if I have to change, I can do it myself. Shay, you're not planning on using makeup too, are you?
Kids these days. Wow. Oh my.
Ta-da! What do you think? I think it suits her very well.
She's a bright, active maid in training, and after only just coming to the castle too. You certainly have me convinced. And with the hair done like that, no one will be any the wiser, because apparently no one recognizes facial features anymore. Perhaps you'd like to work at Grensel Castle for real when this is all settled?
Well, we already work as bracers, so, Anyway. Come on, Joshua. Get out here.
No chance I can talk you out of this?
Not at all. You're just making this take longer.
Fine. You're impossible sometimes.
No good. He's so cute!
How does his hair magically keep getting longer every time?
Extensions or a wig. I think specifically it might be a wig this time, but eh. Well, maybe not, because she said he had a dark hair, so no, probably extensions. Wow, it's almost frightening how good that looks.
Isn't it awesome? It looks better on him than it does on me, and I'm an actual girl. A bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world.
Please, just say you're done. Howdy there, Dane.
No, I suppose so. Hey Dane, you're just in time for the cross-dressing aspect. No, Estelle and Joshua are both maids.
That is correct. We're going on a bit of espionage.
Yeah, because we have to get a message to the queen, and we have to go undercover. Anyway. You need to make certain that you watch me and learn how a maid handles herself.
Yes, ma'am. Gulp. We're finally gonna meet the queen in person.
Yes. This is the do or die moment. We just have to stay focused and get to the royal keep.
Snicker. It's hard to take you seriously in that outfit.
Well, excuse me. This is your idea. I can't believe you've got the nerve to pick on...
Sorry. Don't get all mad. I'll treat you with some ice cream later, okay?
I'm not like you. I'm not obsessed with food.
Hey! I'm not obsessed with food. They get along so well, don't they?
We're out of time. Let's get to the royal keep.
I'm... okay. Oh, God. See, the only issue is if we run into someone who knows them. That is awkward that my camera is blocking that. His thing. I wonder if I've missed other dialogue stuff on that. I probably have. Whoops. There's just not a good place for the camera in this game.
Well, if it helps, it doesn't say it's a stealth sequence. But you did save before leaving the maid's
Yes.
room, right? Cool.
I do remember where I was going.
Oh yeah, outside and like upwards and all. Okay.
Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour?
I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all.
Such harsh words. Who are these maids with you? I don't recognize them.
His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They only just arrived at the castle today.
Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute.
Thank you.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling we've met before?
Yep.
Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I hope you're not thinking of any untoward thoughts. I'd rather think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove.
Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite of the Royal Army. We wouldn't do that.
All's well then. Now, will you please allow us to pass?
Pardon us, ladies. Please, go ahead.
Smooth. I love Hilda.
And they're gonna pause right inside the door and say something. Because of video game logic.
Yeah, I know. Just like...
Phew, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver.
Yeah, that was really well done.
He's so cute when he smiles. He's so cute as a girl. I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you prefer, I can just show you the way now.
I think I'm okay as is.
Board clothes, now.
Aw, Joshua.
Oh, for the love of... Why are you always so self-conscious? What's wrong with what you had on?
It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is?
Yes, it is Princess Claudia's bedroom. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused.
No kidding. But I heard that the princess was tending to the queen.
I guess that's just gossip then.
You'd have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room is on the second floor of the royal keep.
I'll take you there. Save again.
I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I've brought the two I spoke of before. This is Estelle and Joshua. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter. As you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go on in. Right.
Pardon us.
I didn't honestly think we would actually get to meet the queen, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Oh! I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Aslies. I am the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberal. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild.
And I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation. It is a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty.
Estelle and Joshua. I have truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please, have some and relax.
She doesn't seem sick.
Yeah.
I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring this information. A pitch-black ornament capable of negating all other orbital energies. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it?
The professor told us that you might have some idea what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything?
I have a vague idea. But I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I'm worrying about nothing. But even so... Excuse me, but what is this vague idea you have? I suppose there's no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Grand Cell. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate.
Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers?
No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that's still functional. Wow!
So, it was a bona fide artifact then. Most artifacts I know of have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and again you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom.
And something like that is beneath Grand Cell? So, what does that tell us about the Gospel?
Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions. Could it do that?
Yes. However, we are unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city.
Probably for a damn good reason.
Yeah.
But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence.
I don't know, he fucking read a book.
Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record.
Intelligence
see.
Division.
In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way.
Honestly, just I start to think that maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit.
I don't even want to finish that.
When someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off. I'd expect no less from Cassius's daughter.
You're acquainted with our father, your Majesty.
I swear these two don't pay attention to any conversation that happens around them. Colonel Richard basically said that he was best friends with the prince. Or the maid did. One of those two said that he was friends with the fucking prince.
He was a friend of my late son's and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me. Really?
I didn't know that.
I imagine there is a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told? Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps then, that is the role that I am meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Oh, yes, absolutely!
It is no indulgence, your Majesty.
"10 years ago, in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must omit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Libero. So began the sad times that would come to be known as the 100 Days' War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Haken Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Libero became occupied territory, save for Grancel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire royal army. The reinforcements from Calvard were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Grancel too would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. Patrol airships had just been developed, and they were used to recapture Liberal's checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one, using ships launched from Leiston Fortress. Zeiss, Rouen, Bose, Relent. With their supply lines severed, the Erebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed.
Is that our dad?
Yep, and General Morgan and...
A very young Colonel Richard.
Yep.
I'd recognize that spiky-haired bastard anyway.
And the one behind this plan for counteroffense was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bray. It was your father, who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterwards, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septium Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world.
Oh no, it's a tiny Estelle.
Lena, your mother, Estelle. That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counteroffense. What followed, I am sure you know. Cassius was not able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. No. I had no idea. And he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer. All to stay with the only one he had left. You. And this time, he swore he would be able to protect those he loved. Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that?
Estelle.
Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so, I am sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize to you for a long time. But you don't need to apologize. You've protected the peace of this country ever since that war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Libra in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for so I could live to it. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you are a kind heart and I am grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person. Now, more than ever. Your Majesty! However, this is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter. What? But Julia, Lieutenant Schwartz asked us to help you. I thank you. I am grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassie's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return. But...
If I may, Your Majesty. The peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it has held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze.
Joshua.
If the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberl, then what will become of that peace? I ask only that you consider that.
Your Majesty? Right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter in the package, and we've been running all around creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace. So that everyone we've met, and everyone we care about, can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like us, and just like Mom and Dad, I'm doing this because I believe it's what's right, and I really want to see it through. Estelle. It seems she was right about you. Huh? I, too, am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty!
My liege, we will do whatever you ask.
My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia. Aha! So the princess is being held captive somewhere! Yes. This coup, I'm just gonna shorten it.
Yeah.
Started when I backed her as the successor to the throne.
In other words, Duke Dunan was out of the running.
Yes. Though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. You could say that again. In brief, where he is lacking, my minds. For the sake of the nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her. But I personally lean toward the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention, the memory of the invasion by a large power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some.
Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume.
Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with his passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that Libero would become a strong military power, with the Colonel ruling from the shadows.
I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture.
So, if Libero became a militarized country, what would happen then?
A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Orbital weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted. And no doubt contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present.
Oh no! Indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for his country. But I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations, to the benefit of all.
I feel the same way, Your Majesty.
Yeah, makes sense to me. The Colonel, however, finds such... Pixel Ho, could you stop? Thank you. The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolish idealistic. And so he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people here have family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow all that I have loved about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Your Majesty, please try to relax.
We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that Princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her.
Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands. Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with. And I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle. But the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily in my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it.
On a scale of 1 to called it.
So, at least the Colonel's reasons, at least so far, appear to be born out of, like, general desire to ensure Liberal continues to exist, but with a flawed view that it should exist at the means of at any cost.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if, I don't know if this was, born out of, because of what he's seen, or if it was born because someone else whispered into his ear. You know?
Yeah. It's hard to say, but at least the reasonings we have so far paint that picture.
Yeah, because I'm still trying to think of, the overarching plot as well, besides just what's going to be wrapped up in this game, since, obviously, because there's a sequel, there has to be something that ties it to the first game, other than just the characters.
Well, so, that event that happened in the Erebonian Empire is likely from a similar thing, such as whatever Ormet is down under Grand Cell, is my guess. And after the accession, abdicating the throne and that happens, the goal would be to activate that, cause a mass event, and then use that as justification to move Lyrol into a military state. So I'm guessing the final dungeon is literally going down to stop that bullshit from happening.
I don't know. I do know that the final dungeon has a few floors, so I don't know. But again, that's wrapping up this plot. I'm still trying to figure out what little threads are going to be left for us to connect it to the second game.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, so I've been guessing and kind of grasping at straws as to what they're gonna leave, because it's not really a good sequel if you just have like nothing related to the first game, you know?
Hmm.
Anyway.
Wow, what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a serious strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old.
Cool. Did you actually just call the queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country.
Yeah. I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her.
That's definitely outside of Bracer jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we do whatever we can.
You're right. But you know, I'm still freaking out about what the Queen told us about Dad. Wonder if she's got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share.
Estelle and Joshua. Have you finished changing?
Oh,
Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight.
whoa, is it really that late?
The queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guards suspicious.
Okay.
Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda?
Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy.
That's not fair. But please, relax. We are patriots to the core.
That's good to hear. Now, I believe we shall be on our way.
Pardon me.
By your leave. By the way, ladies. I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them?
Ooh, there's not an option. So, don't go with Shara, though.
Yeah, I think that's a terrible one.
Who's Lena?
Lena is Estelle's mother.
Okay, all of these names are actually like, of all the names...
Dorothy is the one that would be least likely to tie back to her.
That's not what I'm worried about, because Dorothy may be known, though, because of Liberal News.
Right.
They'd be crediting her name for the pictures, so I'm thinking if they're not going to know anyone, it's probably going to be Lena.
Right. But Colonel Richard would know who Lena is. But the guy doesn't say anything about this, right?
The guy doesn't say anything about it.
So, like, I'm sure it's fine, and, like, I think it's sweet to go with Lena.
I'm totally all for Lena.
My, isn't that a lovely name? It has a pleasant ring to it.
Gross.
Thank you very much.
And how about you, miss? You may call me Karen. Karen, you say? That's a very pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself.
He's so cute.
Are you now? Alright, we're with the Special Ops. My name is...
I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work.
No, I mean, at least not from us. Please be safe on your way home.
But I love Hilda.
They were totally trying to get their info.
I don't necessarily think that might have been for like a Colonel Richard purpose. I think
No. This was them like, yeah, I want some of the maid action going on.
Right.
Well, who are you, Mr. Popular? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name.
Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining the conversation.
Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. Ugh, I feel like I lost all my confidence there.
Eh? What's all the noise about?
Okay, he's drunk. Okay, that's a good sign. It's the butler. Oh, Duke Dunan.
It's the lady of the court. Hey, you maids. You don't look familiar.
These are two of the new hires whom I'm instructing. That one is Lena, and that one's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time.
Hmm?
Shut up, butler. Recognize us?
Not good. Given how many times we've run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip. Enough with the staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you. Stiff upper lip and all. Please, pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece, and my eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy.
Oh, it's no bother.
Please, don't concern yourself.
Oh,
You know,
ew.
now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair. You have a very healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I personally think you'd look best with that raven hair of yours even longer. I'm honored. Oh yes. Lena, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening.
Ew, gross. Super gross.
Your Grace.
Ew, I don't want to serve him tea.
I don't think tea is what he wants served.
Your Grace, your flirtations, while flattering, are best safe in place. All the maids in the castle work directly in service to Her Majesty, Queen Alicia. I trust you've not forgotten.
I know. Some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside time for some fun then.
Ew, 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 ew,
Yeah.
ew.
Your Grace, please, no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it. But I said I was just joking. Enough, I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there. Oh, right, Lena. You just let me know if you have any problems. Anything at all. I'll give you the best advice a future king can give.
Thank you very much.
Aren't you cute? Yes, good.
Is Joshua ready to cut him up into little bite-sized meat bits?
I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please, set your minds at ease.
I should certainly hope so.
I am truly sorry. Madam and young misses, I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave.
I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally? Yes, ever since we were children. Though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves.
I see.
He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge.
Probably, yeah. By the way, was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you.
I'm surprised he's not threatening to cut him up into bite-sized pieces.
Oh, I'm sure if he actually tried anything, he absolutely would.
Ugh, please. I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Oh, right. Back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late?
Oh my god, Estelle.
Well, you see...
Estelle? Allow me to elucidate the matter of tea and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company. Huh? Come closer.
Hilda whispered something into Estelle's ear.
Now do you understand?
Yes.
Hopeless. Completely hopeless.
And that's why you gotta be there for her, Joshua.
Yeah, I'm sure if, like, anything was going too far away to a direction, it's like, well, sorry about the disguise, but there's gonna be a knife in the Duke.
Thanks for everything, both of you.
If not for you, I don't know what we'd have done.
Please, it was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you.
I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers?
We covered this earlier.
I know.
Yes, I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her.
Shall we be going?
Since this is a request directly from the Queen, is she gonna pay us really handsomely?
Go back to my room?
I guess.
I wasn't sure if there was anything else in the guide saying what to do.
It was not very specific. What, might I inquire, are you doing at this late hour?
Amathea. Captain Amathea.
Good evening.
I realize that you've been invited here. But don't you think it a bit late for you kids to be out walking around?
Please pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this and couldn't resist the urge to take a look around.
Oh, that's certainly understandable. So, where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. I have nothing for this.
Okay.
I would say...
So we know kitchen is where Zin would have headed.
So he's not gonna vouch for us.
Maid quarters puts Hilda and Shay at risk. And would tie us to maybe new maids. Administrative room is a no-go. Royal guard room was a no-go.
So cellar might be the only option.
Yes.
Oh, I don't like any of these.
Well, that's why I saved.
What was that? Just what do you think you were doing down there? We weren't doing anything in particular.
Come, let's not waste time on games.
I've received numerous reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters several times.
Ah.
Do you not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? What?
You don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel?
I'll take that as a compliment. So, what business have you in the maid quarters? I suggest you answer honestly.
Well, Oh, Estelle, Joshua. You been here the whole time?
Zen?
Zin.
Zen. He's a little wobbly. Or maybe that was just... No, I think he's wobbly. Yep, definitely wobbly. Whoa, now that's the stuff.
You're drunk.
Oops, sorry. And hey, if it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice. Some luck that we meet up again, eh?
I suppose.
So, what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble?
Students? No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business, simply as a security precaution.
Yeah, I totally get you. I just sent them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey Joshua, you kids find anything to eat?
Wow, Zen did. Alright, Zen.
He is not stupid. He plays stupid, but he ain't stupid.
I know, I just wasn't quite expecting him to actually, like, lie for us.
Like, hardcore lie too. Like, not a white fib lie. Like, he is. Yep. No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We need to ask the maid if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Oh well, I'll have to do without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You want to come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady.
I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding. But I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand. Of course.
It is late. We should probably just get to bed.
Very good then. Now if you'll excuse us.
Zen, I love you.
Denied. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room.
Right.
We'll go with you. Now go stone face and ask questions.
You were saying, Tyler?
Oh, this is what I want. Yeah. This is what this is payout. Yeah.
See, this is kind of why I like Olivier, though, because
Oh.
he acts like a dumbass, but he's actually quite like a very interesting and like serious character.
Yeah, but
And
he is also like Olivier is actually just a dumbass half the time. Like, don't get me wrong, Olivier is.
If I say he says a lot of dumb things. But like he obviously has something going on.
Oh yeah, like, you know, he is a fool, but he is a clever fool. Zen plays the fool and is not a fool.
I love Zen.
At least that's the impression I get.
Anyway, hi Zen, thanks for coming for us.
Looks like we managed to convince her at least.
What? Sin, aren't you drunk?
I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop.
No way! Your face had even gone all red.
That is called acting, dear.
He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Huh?
Oh.
I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes.
You're an evil, evil man, Zin. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me.
Sorry about that. So, what's the story?
What story?
I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen.
Oh, wait, what?
I mean, to be fair, he has played dumb this entire time with them. So, like, I could see why they're, like...
How did you...
Did Elden tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I?
Ah, I see what he did there.
Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So, how much do you really know? I guess it's finally time to show you this. Zin produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to Estelle and Joshua.
What's this?
I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there. Read it. It'll explain a lot. Or Shara.
Oh, it could be Shara.
Okay.
Dear Zin Vathic, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me into Imperial territory. Yup, Cassius. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside of Liberl, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberl and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberl before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There is a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberl before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Cassius Bright. P.S. You may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it. Oh, Cassius is a clever motherfucker, ain't he?
Oh, God.
Like, he really is like the cleverest of clever motherfuckers.
Right. I wonder if he actually predicted like their involvement with the whole conspiracy coup thing.
I think he expected that there was a decent chance of them getting involved. Assuming they chose to try to become senior bracers, because they would travel around.
I'm beginning to think that the Orbital thing not getting to Cassius was not on purpose. Or was on purpose.
Oh, he almost certainly knew that it was left there and that he couldn't take it for one reason or another.
I think he was leaving it to them.
Yeah, so like he's like, well, they're in training, they'll be involved with it at least a little bit. So one thing will lead to another, right? So.
Yeah. We will never know. I hope that fucking bastard comes in, though. Jesus. I have some questions for him.
I think a lot of people do. So Dad actually asked you to come to Liberl, which means he's in Erebonia now. That's the long and short of it.
The long and short of it? What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all...
That's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Cassius a favor from the time he spent in Calvard. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again.
I suppose.
When did you realize that we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset once I saw Estelle's techniques with a bow staff. I asked Kilika about it, and that confirmed it.
have been nice to. It would have been nice if you'd said something about it at all. We've been worried sick, wondering where Dad's been.
I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything. But I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, alright. If you can pull off a job as big as sneaking an audience with the Queen.
I suppose. He knows this much. It wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right?
No, they're not really siblings, no. Joshua is adopted to the family.
Yeah, he was adopted like 7 years ago or something like that. I don't remember how many years it's been since they've known each other, but for some reason my mind is stuck on the number 7.
Yeah, seven or five, something like that.
I feel like 5's too short. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Continue.
I understand on that food thing. I hope you enjoyed it. I agree. It'd probably be best to fill Zen in on everything. It is a bit far-stretched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. Estelle and Joshua told of how they had managed to speak directly with the Queen, as well as the Queen's request to safely rescue Princess Claudia. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then, I'll help you out with that little request.
We get a Zin!
What? You will?
Yep, I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cassius. Please, let me help.
We'd be glad to.
Thank you, once again.
Hell yeah, we get a Zin. Ooh!
What is this place? I never would have imagined something like this even existed. Ominous? Yeah.
This is the thing.
It is the thing. It is 100% gotta be the thing. It's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level. Yes, sir.
This is the thing.
Whoa. Is that some kind of mechanical monster?
Oh hell.
Well. So these must be archaisms? Holy shit! He took out that thing in one stroke. You were the quickest to react. You're indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you've studied under the Divine Blade himself. I'm humbled. I still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time waits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own two hands.
With that wistful ass look. I'm not gonna feel sympathy for you, you scrub.
My brave men, the way to the ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Liberal. I expect only the best of each of you. By your order, sir, we of the Special Ops will work as one for the Colonel. For the glory of Liberal. For the glory of Liberal.
Could you say that any more enthusiastically?
Well, I don't really... like, I'm okay yelling when I'm laughing, but... you know.
I'm cheesing.
I know. I'd rather... I try to avoid blowing people's eardrums out for the most part. I understand the situation. You've both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the professor's message to Her Majesty in person.
We just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is Luck gonna be on our side?
Yes, we're really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. To Queen Alicia, 10 plus 8, and 20k.
That's nothing to, like, you know, scoff at.
Yeah? Now then, Zen. It was pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-ranked bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand idly by in a situation like this. I'm with you until the end.
Thank you, Zen.
I knew we can count on you, Zin. By the way, what's this A-rank business?
Still.
It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's full power. There are 7 ranks, ranging from G on the bottom up to A at the top.
So can we be F for failures? What? What?
Nothing.
I thought that was a good joke.
So, he's the highest rank you can get? Wow, I never knew you were such a badass, Zin.
Well, I may be A-ranked, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A-rankers across the continent, but above that, there's an informal S rank. Good luck, Dane. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale,
Cassius?
and there are only 4 of those on the entire continent.
Divine Blade.
Whoa, I'm not even sure I want to even think about what they can do.
You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cassius.
What? Okay, Joshua, you're not gonna tell me you knew about this already, right? Right?
Sorry, but yes I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago.
I swear, it's hard getting upset about anymore. Royal Army Soldier, Hidden Hero, Divine Blade, S-ranked Bracer. If he's really so damned awesome, it should be nice if he came back and take care of this case.
You may be right. If he were with us, perhaps, we would never have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible. Well, I think the fact that he is gone speaks to that this was inevitable and he had to take care of other things.
Yeah, because he's after Jaeger Corps, right? Who, like, Richard has some association with, so, like, this was inevitable.
Yeah, he's like, this is the smaller case of the bigger case I'm dealing with.
Joshua, what's wrong?
Just think about how strange this is. This whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least, it's just the impression I have.
Oh no, it's totally it.
Oh,
So what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his departure for the Empire. Am I correct? No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off.
well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even when he was so close.
I don't think that Colonel Richard could have managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely, it's just that the 2 major events happen to overlap with each other.
Nah.
Yeah.
There's one thing I know about video games. Coincidences are not.
Yep. Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius to help. Therefore-
Mindless betrayer.
Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grancel branch of the Bracer Guild is called for.
Huh?
All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The 3rd article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, so we must act. But we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all bracers in Grancel, including Zen, of course.
Oh, okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get.
Ideally, we should have the cooperation of other branches, but the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today. Ostensibly to foil any potential terrorist activity.
What?
So basically, it amounts to martial law. So, the enemy is moving at full tilt. This may be to stifle any activity on the part of any Royal Guardsmen in hiding as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources on hand.
But we're up to it. So, do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held?
I have a fucking good idea.
That's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place to be the Herb Royal Villa. Well, duh.
That's the best, right?
It would make sense. If the soldiers are using it under the pretense of counterterrorism, few would question it. And I can't imagine they'd want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in Leiston Fortress. Considering it's the army we're going to be going against here, I'd like to make a more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with a reporter, correct?
Oh, you mean Niall?
Yeah, we should see if he's picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated.
So in other words, we need touch with Sister Julia.
She helped us with the invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So off to the cathedral then. There are 4 other bracers in the city: Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Check the bars and their usual hangouts. They may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here.
Sure thing.
Alright then, off we go.
Okay, I'm gonna say let's not do that today. Only
Okay.
because I want you to do, okay, technically 2 things I want you to do before I head off.
Okay.
And that is getting an ultimate weapon.
Huzzah. Okay.
So first, we need to go by Liberal News 9.
Okay.
And then let me know when you've done that.
Okay.
Now, go inside the cafe in the West Block and save.
You said go in and save?
Win and save. Now, as I've said before, it looks like you can only get 1 weapon per playthrough, so I'm guessing to probably get like the full, like, oh, I've got everything and the thing, you'll get 1 weapon, reload, get the other one, and that's the one you're gonna keep. Now, the guide does recommend you getting Estelle's ultimate weapon, but I will leave the decision up to you.
And it said that because it makes getting the other achievement stuff easier?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you wanna go...
I'll trust the guide's judgment, unfortunately.
Okay, so then get Josh's, reload, and then get Estelle's.
Royal Guard.
Oh, sorry, talk to the owner.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Hey, you guys wouldn't happen to have the complete collection of Cornelia, would you? Wow, you do? I'd always meant to buy every new volume when it came out, but never got around to it. I was like, I can always read the whole series when it's finished, right? And now, it's pretty much impossible to find the whole set for sale in one place. So I beg you, please, would you be willing to part with yon collection of tomes? Sure. You will? Really? Oh my god, oh, I shouldn't have done that yet, but okay. No, it's fine. I read through them anyhow, quote unquote.
Oh, well, I'm about to say, okay, I thought you were meaning as like, I was kind of wondering why it didn't give us the option for Liberal News either, but maybe Cornelius for Joshua's weapon, I don't know.
Yeah. I work in diplomatic relations and just got back from assignment in the Far East. I built up a pretty impressive collection of Eastern goods too, if I do say so myself. I'll let you have one of my rare items in exchange for what I seek. Your braces no. Let's see what I've got that might catch your eye. It's between these two. Which one intrigues you more?
Oh, never mind. I guess Cornelia is just forgetting either one of those. Cool.
Oh, okay. So we'll do the twin plovers there, I guess.
Well, then why the fuck did we collect Liberal News?
Probably to get all the reading achievements. Thank you, we'll take this. Receive the twin plovers. Oh, very nice indeed. It suits you. I've got a notification to close shop early today, so I have lots of time to read. Thank you again.
Just to torture us. Let's see what that weapon would have done.
Yeah. Roar guard. What do they expect? Okay.
Just to torture us. Let's see what it would have done.
So strength is 228. There would be a 40-point difference of damage. So.
Sorry, Joshua. As much as I would actually, honestly, would rather have Joshua's ultimate weapon, the guide says, you know, whatever.
Such is the way. Okay. Talk. We'll skip through all this.
Look, you can only get one.
Oh, this one is nice. Okay. Let me actually check something.
If you're worried about a reading achievement, then like don't save over this current save then.
Yeah, I'm not. Because I do a little bit not trust it. So battles have 232, 272. So 40-point difference, you know, same deal. So that's Estelle's ultimate weapon.
Cool. I would super prefer Joshua's.
Joshua does have the better AoE attacks, that's for sure. Well, better AoE ultimate attack. Estelle does have the Hurricane and Comet ability.
Mine was actually not any kind of like logical reason.
Oh, okay.
It was because I like swords better.
I mean, understandable.
Anyway, so that's gonna be it for me then, because we can go on our bracer hunt next time.
Okay, awesome. Well, we will resume this on the next one. I likely am not available tomorrow, so do we want to play on Saturday?
As early as you get up, yeah.
Sounds like a plan then. So we'll plan on that. Have a good one, everyone.